We obviously don't have to stress the fact about how important self-care is, and I know how hard it can be to come up with the perfect routine for yourself. So how does consistent be easy and enjoyable? And that's exactly why I'm here today. Let's stay tuned for the rest of the video.
This is great banter. It really is.
So yes, if you don't know me, welcome to my channel. This is Nadia E News. My name is Nadia. Welcome to my channel. And on today's video, I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can approach coming up with the perfect self-care routine. My goal in today's video for you guys is to make sure that you have the perfect self-care routine that is completely authentic to you. Like, what the hell? This is all self-care, right? Number 1 would be self-care. For one, if you want to get into a self-care routine, you have to know what self-care is. Know what self-care is. Coming in many forms, self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, particularly during times of stress. It really sounds so simple, but self-care is something that people still do neglect a lot due to responsibilities and lifestyle. The only way to be at peace with yourself is by embracing the numerous responsibilities and taking some time to focus on what is essential, and that is really where self-care comes in. Care encourages you to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can transmit those good feelings to others. If you experience a lot of stress, or you're always on the go, you suffer from anxiety, or you feel drained, then it's time to see what areas in your life need some self-care attention. It's so important that you create that balance for yourself. We got a brief definition of what self-care is, right? So just know that you can break that down on so many levels. So there is emotional and mental self-care, physical self-care, social self-care, lifestyle self-care, and then there is physical and spiritual self-care as well. So when you're coming up with the perfect self-care routine, you want to see what areas in your life actually need to be like, they need a little massage, they need a little sprinkle of special put up there, okay? They need a little bit of TLC sprinkled up there. It makes it a lot easier for you to narrow down what it is that you need for your personal life. Those things have to be aligned, or at least coexist with some type of health in it, in order for you to function properly to do the rest of these things that you need to take care of. For example, my first approach to the whole self-care world was more so physical, and don't get me wrong, physical health is so important. But as time went on, I noticed that my mental and emotional health needed my attention. So I added meditation to my regimen to cater to that need. The second tip would be to make sure you're finding a self-care routine that makes you feel centered, okay? You do not want to, the moment your self-care routine feels like it's a chore. Well, technically it is a chore by definition. Throw the whole routine in the garbage, okay? So it is important that self-care feels like you're caring for yourself and something that you enjoy doing because you know it helps you grow as an individual. Some of the best ways to center yourself in your self-care routine is making sure you're finding a routine that isn't too time consuming. If it takes up too much of your time, it's going to feel like a chore and you're not going to enjoy it. You want it to be idealistic, effective, easygoing, enjoyable. The routine that you come up with is going to be unique to you based on your lifestyle, your health, your diet, your day-to-day schedule. So the more centered you feel, the more you enjoy what it is that you're doing, the more chances that you will be consistent with your regimen in the future. Because self-care doesn't look a specific way, there's so many ways you can approach this to make sure you feel centered and that you're not overwhelming yourself. The first thing I like to do is not really look at it like a scheduled approach, but more so looking at it as if what my body needs and making sure I'm following up to tend to those things. Just know that you don't have to self-care every single day. And the activities that you do towards your self-care, you can alternate them on different days. The goal is to be consistent with your self-care routine. So you want to make things as easy and efficient on yourself as possible and not so time-consuming. Save yourself time by pre-prepping, selfishly setting time aside, and having any products on standby. And speaking of products, here goes number 3. Now, knowing what products specifically work for you can be a tricky thing. No, you don't need to become a product junkie, but you do need to learn what works for you specifically. And then once you learn what works for you, you need to stick to that, or you can alter as well if need be. I placed these products in this bucket for the video, but this is real cute. I just may keep it like this. It has to be authentic to you, and it has to be based off of what your personal body needs. It cannot be based off of what products these other girls are telling you to use, because what works for them ain't gonna always work for you, honey, and what they eat ain't gonna make you. Hello. Did the church say amen? Can I get a witness? Don't worry about the products and all of these products that people are telling you to buy. Me personally, the best type of products that you can find for self-care, like true self-care, they can be found at the grocery store or some type of herb store. And that confuses you, and you end up wasting money on products that either don't work or you don't end up using all of it, right? These companies come out with all of these different products for self-care, and you feel like you have to participate in it all, and you don't. Okay, find something smooth, find something for self, find something that is uniquely for you, nothing else. Don't worry about buying everything. Worry about the fact that you're taking care of yourself, and worry about how much you're going to enjoy it, and the reward you're going to get from showing yourself some love and nurturing yourself more than the products itself. Don't overwhelm yourself, and just know that there is a perfect self-care routine out there, unique and authentic to you. Let's move forward to the next point. It is intermission time. Hey you guys, so here's your girl Nadia E News here, and I just want to add thank you guys so much. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop down in the comments self-care hottie so I can know that you are still here with me. Also, leave your social in the comments as well, and I will be following everybody on social media that leaves their name. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Let's get back to it. Set an intention. Set clear intentions behind the activities that you are choosing to do towards self-care. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't have to set an intention to get our hair done. We're getting our hair done because we need our hair done. We don't have to set the intention to go take a shower because we will literally stink if we don't. So some things just go without saying. But when it comes to self-care, an extra mile that you go to ensure your optimum health, to be the best version of yourself, you have to set intentions with those, because those are usually activities that we were not born doing all of the time. You know what I mean? But these are things that as adults, we have to pick up if we want to obtain and keep our optimum health, okay? That's the only way it's gonna work. When setting intentions, be mindful not to get into accomplishment mode. There is no real goal with self-care, only physical self-care. Like say if you wish to lose weight or something, then you would have some type of goal in mind. But set the intention to make it match your quality of lifestyle that you wish to live. This way, better choices for your self-care and actually, recognizing the behaviors that are going on within you or areas where you feel stressed out. When you have no goal in mind, only to enjoy and be your healthiest, it makes it a lot easier. You have to know why you are choosing certain activities. Make sure you are choosing activities that are going to help you and help your body and your specific needs. Don't just be doing things just to do them and you don't know why you're doing them, because then if you don't have a set schedule or a routine, you leave too many rooms to bring too much extra stuff in that you don't need, and essentially you're really more so confusing the body instead of consistently placing the body on a regimen that will work for you and that you can do long enough to actually see the results, whether those results are physical or spiritual or in growth or in behavior. So when you have an intention and reward, you kind of look forward to it because you know that it's helping you out in the long run. And that's what makes you stay more consistent with it. Because taking care of yourself is one of those things that just are essential to you. Hold on, somebody text me real quick. They don't know I'm doing a damn video. I'm gonna respond later. Chat. Last but not least on the list to coming up with your own authentic, perfect self-care routine for yourself would definitely be know that you can adjust and get creative along the way. Get creative along the way. So we all know life happens. Your schedule changes. Somebody have a baby, you pop a baby out your body all of a sudden. Now, you exhausted. Anything that happens. Your responsibilities change, career paths change, your love life changes. A lot of things can happen. You might have to pick up another job and pick up some extra slack. Only you know what's unique to your life, but the point is you don't want to neglect yourself. So with that being said, you have to be ready to get creative and adjust if need be. Our bodies and our lives are so unique. And because of that, your self-care needs may change. So you just want to make sure you are always listening into your body and what it needs. Make it super fun and make it so enjoyable. You know, don't make it too routine-like, and make it social sometimes too. So I hope today's video helped, and I hope these 5 tips helped you guys so much. And I gave you all the secret sauce, and I hope that it helps somebody out there. Please comment below if you have any other tips to forming the perfect self-care routine. There are loads of self-care tips, and don't get me wrong, guys, some of those tips are helpful. Don't get me wrong, some of those tips is why my skin look like these and look like these. Okay, and I'm clearing her up. Leave any comments below. I really want to connect with you guys, and I really need your feedback because it helps with the content I'm going to be continuously making in the future anyway. So let me know what you think about today's video. And with that being said, the Mother Swan will see y'all next week. Goodbye.